So, you want to learn the Sonic Adventure art style, but the other tutorials are a little too complicated for you. Well, don't worry. I'm going to try to break down the art style as simple as I can. If you want a more in-depth tutorial, I really recommend both of these videos you see here, and I'm also going to link them in the description. With that said, we should probably just analyze the line work first.
You don't have enough memory in the memory card.
First of all, we need to discuss the differences when it comes to this style. There are a few major differences compared to the other pieces of art done for these games. For example, take both Sonic Adventure renders and compare them next to the Silver Blaze render. And you can tell the Adventure ones are way more exaggerated in poses. Poses are a really important thing to the style. Even with the Silver Blaze example, you could still tell their poses are powerful. So, just to make things simple, I'm going to base my drawing off this Silver Blaze render, mostly Blaze, this Sonic holding a cup render, the Smash Bros. Brawl Sonic render, and this piece of Amy art. The liner has weight. If you don't know what I mean by this, depending on your direction or speed of the line, it determines how thick or sharp the taper is. Look at the Sonic Adventure 1 render here. Look how the line weight changes. That is a major key to this tutorial. I'm going to draw my Sona as a Sonic character, but you could draw anything in this style. I'm going to assume most of you here know how to draw Sonic characters. If not, here are some major tips that can be applied to any pieces of Sonic art. So first thing, the arms and legs are pretty noodly. Look at the knees here, they kind of bend, they're not sharp. I guess I describe them as rubber, like they look like rubber hose cartoon characters, if that makes sense. Second, the hands have to be pretty big. Personally, what I do is measure the hands by the size of the head, but make them like a little smaller or bigger, depending on the perspective. And back to the line weight part of this video. Like I said, the taper is the most important part of this. I think personally you should use thicker lines and bigger tapers for the general parts of your character, like the muzzle, hair, hands, bodies, shoes, and smaller lines and tapers for the insides of the ears, mouths, and random details. Personally, I use the thickest line and kind of erase parts to my liking, but you could just do whatever you want with the line thickness, it's really up to you.
Watch out! You're gonna crash! Ah!
First of all, personally, I'd make a folder, put your base color, your shading, your highlights, and super highlights in there, and just name it after the color and put it for every single color. This is super important. It keeps things way more organized and simple. For the coloring and rendering step, you could do this two ways. Make it a color ball for all your shades and highlights, or color pick random colors for random renders, which that's what I personally did here. For shading, just use an airbrush of the darkest color of your character render. For example, this chip render, this little dark spot, that's what I color picked. But yeah, just go around parts you want to shade, do that with the other colors of your character. And the eyes are weird. I personally describe them as cell shaded, but I'm absolutely trash at cell shading, so what I did is airbrush them, then went over with the line art brush. For the highlights, use your line art brush and pick parts you want to highlight. If you're having troubles with this, I personally recommend going outside the shade of the gloves, going down the arms and legs and ears. For super highlights, choose white on top of the line art layer. Put it on top of the normal highlights and just use an airbrush to erase some of the parts. And do that with the regular highlight part, because that also makes that little fading effect seen in this art style. So that's the general basics of this tutorial. This tutorial isn't meant to be good if you want to properly do this style, but if you're a beginner artist who wants to learn this style, then this is probably a good tutorial for you. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. See ya.